It's what non-car people don't get. They see all cars as just a ton and a half, 2 tons of wires, glass, metal and rubber. That's all they see. People like you or I know, we have an unshakable belief that cars are living entities. Well, not a Toyota Corolla, obviously, but a real... you can develop a relationship with a car.
I think we can fit any more crowd in. Is it maximum capacity? How good is it?
Mate, you can just feel it out here. It is crazy electric feeling.
I really love Rocky. We've got the Fitzroy River, we've got beautiful Great Keppel Island, we've got Beefweed, but now we've got Rockynats. And if you ask me, it's the biggest and best thing to hit our city.
Usually I put something on TV, so we never think about you and me. But today I see our reflections clearly in Hollywood, laying on the
The HZ project's probably one of the most random and spontaneous things I've ever done. October last year, my brother seen an ad on Facebook and in Marketplace, and we always sort of wanted a H series Holden around that HQ, HZ line, but you know, it's something that we're always going to do, but we didn't really ever know when it was going to happen. And he seen this one, and it was in Rockhampton, and he sent me the ad, and I actually knew the owner, so I gave him a message, and he said, man, there's a fair few people who want this. It's $600, but I'll give it to you if you really want it. So I sort of had to buy it sight unseen, and so he actually owns a tow truck company, so he ended up dropping it off to me, and as I was watching it roll down the tilt tray, I sort of knew, I'm going to have my work cut out for me here. So there's a lot of rust in it, and she needed a fair bit of love.
I just wish that I could give you that look that's perfectly unsaid. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. He always been faking me out.
Okay, just a quick update with the HZ project. You may have seen on Facebook a few weeks ago, we went down to the Gold Coast and picked up a 6-litre alloy LS motor. We brought it down to Pig Motorsport, or Nick Hogg, as a lot of people know, and we're just doing a few basic upgrades. Due to the time constraints to Rockynats, we can't really go the full whole hog, so we're just doing a cam change out, LS7 lifter, CHE trunnion upgrade, and just all the general stuff you do without sort of tearing the bottom end apart. But yeah, we just fully disassembled it, cleaned it, done the DOD delete, and yeah, just going to throw the new cam in now. It's a Kelford cam, bigger Melling performance oil pump, and just all the general stuff you normally do. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. It's you know, you can just do this sort of stuff, and you know, the LSs are just going to work because they've been done so many times. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We're going to try and get it done all in one weekend, but yeah, it's tracking along pretty nicely at the moment.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happier now.
Right, so we just went for a quick lunch break, and we took Hoggy's Beast, and this thing absolutely hooks. Yeah, it's a built iron block 6 litre, massive turbo on the side. What's in it, Hoggy? Come over here, mate.
Yeah, so it's been a bit of a long-term project. Probably had the car now for around 8 or 9 years. This build here, it's about 5 years in. Basic iron block 6 litre build, piston rod combo, firing head gasket, 82mm turbo, twin wastegate. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's about it.
What's it on now, like 8 PSI?
Yeah, it's running about 8 PSI now. We've only just really gotten it on the road, so trying to finish up a few of the teething issues and things like that. Then yeah, definitely keen to crank it up and see what the turbo can make. So
Yeah. Gonna make 4 digits, mate, hopefully.
that's the goal. So see what happens.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that 1,000 to 1,100 would be nice.
Yeah.
Obviously it's only going to make it at the hub, but yeah, keen as so.
Yeah. Nothing like scooting down the road in a 1,000 horsepower tin can, eh, mate?
It is good fun. It is good fun.
Yeah.
Can't make you happier now. I just wonder what you're dreaming of when you sleep and smile so comfortable. I just wish that I could give you that bad look that's perfectly unsaid. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. He always been faking me out. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle.
Okay, so we've just got to the end of another massive day on the HZ. There's been a significant amount of work done today. This car started out as just a motor and a bare chassis, and by the end of the day we've got the car as a full roller again, which is pretty good. Thanks to the boys, Matty Irwin and Brock West, and Matt Roselle, he came around for a bit too. So yeah, we've bolted the cab back on, we've put the 9-inch diff in, put all the guards back on, and yeah, as you see it now, it's nearly starting to take shape as a full car again. So there's still a fair bit to go, but yeah, it's definitely heading in the right direction from what it was a few weeks ago. Well, we've come to a bit of a hiccup in the whole build. Yesterday we had a slight mishap. We're bolting the new Powerglide gearbox up, and we're trying to rush a bit because yeah, it's a really tight time frame, and we're pulling it in on the dowels, and it's cracked the side of the block out, so not really ideal. But yeah, we've sort of come up with a bit of a plan. Because it's aluminium, we're going to weld it, TIG weld it back up. So yeah, today we're just spending the day to get this all back into line and weld it back up. We've got an old 4L60 GM bell housing. Because there's such a big opening on the rear, we can get the TIG torch in both sides with it all bolted up so it doesn't move the block too much. And yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm out in the sun, but we put the motor out in the heat of the day just to try and give it a bit of preheat, the whole block, not just one area with the oxy. So just all these precautions you got to do so nothing gets wrecked while we weld it.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He always been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Usually.
Okay, so we're getting towards the pointy end of this build now. Luke Ramsden, a local fella in town here that we know that is very good at auto electrical wiring. We sent this car to him and he fully rewired the car. It's about 90% done. He also works week on, week off at the mines. So I decided, due to my time constraints, I decided to bring it back while the week he was at work and tick a few things more off the list so we're not so rushed towards the end. So we brought it back, and basically all the wiring's done. He's just got to do a few finishing touches, but brought it back. Now we're just plumbing, the rest of the stuff we didn't do when we were before it went to wiring, so just finishing all that off. Monday it's going to Waltech Performance to get the exhaust done and a few other fabrication things like the radiator, thermostat housing needs a 90-degree bend welded on it, and the intake pipe. And also this week the rest of the interior and upholstery is getting done by AOK Upholstery, or Trad Duffy his name is, in town here. So we got a lot of things in motion to try and speed this process up, but hopefully we don't have any roadblocks. But you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So yeah, we'll see how we go, and hopefully a busy week ahead. Righto, so we're here late Friday afternoon. We've just ready to pick the HZ up. I dropped it here early in the week on Monday. Initially we dropped it here for the exhaust system, but the list grew due to the time constraints they got at the moment. So they've done the intake, a couple of radiator pipes and catch cans. So he's done a fantastic job. Wally, or Waltech Performance, he's a excellent fabricator. It's a racing shop in town. They got a fully qualified mechanic on hand, so pretty much it's one of the best shops in CQ to bring your car if you want any performance mods done. But yeah, let's go inside and have a look at these awesome mods he's just done to this HZ. Okay, so now we got the car back on the ground, and I just thought I'd show you some of the nice work that Wally's done here. He's made this full 4-inch intake pipe. It's just beautiful. Full stainless radiator lines. He's hooked up the steam port kit. Made a nice little catch can over there. We've done a power steering delete bracket, so that just helps it when it's on the limiter, the belt to stay on a lot longer. And yeah, I think that's about it, but yeah, just a fantastic job. So any of your fabrication needs and you're in central Queensland, make sure you come down to Waltech Performance. After we started getting into it, the idea come across the table that maybe Georgia and I was sort of talking, maybe we could have it in our wedding, which was in March, a month before Rockynats. And yeah, so I always sort of really knew we could make it, but it was a mega tall ask. You know, what's a wedding without a wedding skid? So yeah, that all went well, the HZ's done, but now directly after the wedding, we had to drive down to Sydney, because for those of you who don't know, I race the Isuzu D-Max V8 SuperUte. Just down in Sydney picking the D-Max SuperUte up from Cedars Racing. They've been nice enough to let us bring it up and put it on display at Rockynats. So yeah, we're just down here picking it up and getting it back to Rocky safely. We've had to go up the Blue Mountains because there's a lot of flooding happening here at the moment, so we've had to go around, which is not ideal, but yeah, we're working our way around it. So yeah, long drive home. Righto, so we just finished scrutineering. It's probably one of my favourite parts of the whole event. You can really get up close and personal with all the cars, and it's just a really good atmosphere. We've just done the HZ and the Bendix SuperUte. They've all gone through, so yeah, keen for a cracker week.
Dave, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate.
It's cracking, brother. You good?
Yeah, just
You made it. I remember you telling me months ago, you're like, bro, I don't even know if we're going to make it, but you're here, the Ute's here.
Yeah, mate, just a few late nights, you know what it's like,
Yeah,
working
totally.
with cars and stuff, and
Yeah.
just slapped it together in a couple of months and go and send it on the pad, eh?
Yeah, too good, man. Good to see the SuperUte here as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, like obviously being Rocky, not
Yeah.
many people see these sort of cars, and it's good to be able to bring it back to your hometown and show
How
people
good
what we
since
got.
they went V8 power and stuff.
Oh, mate,
Totally different to drive, right?
better than diesels, mate. Piss the soot off, eh? Righto, so we're down here at the famous Rockynats street parade, and I tell you what a bloody turnout this year. There's so many cars here. I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, we've got our four-wheel drive display all lined up in one group, so it's really cool thing to showcase what we got. There's about 34 cars in it, and we're still waiting on a few more, but yeah, just chaos lining everyone up. So yeah, we should be all right to go in the next half hour, and the street parade starts at 11:30. That's a pretty cool car, and yeah, good to go. Let's do it.
You were a child, crawling on your knees, swatted, making mama so proud, but your voice was too loud.
Okay, so it's been a massive morning setting up our precinct down here on the riverbank. Some really cool cars here, like some of the best in Queensland you'll ever see. We got our Bendix SuperUte here and a Bendix display. So a bit of merch on sale as well. And yeah, just come for a walk. We'll go and have a look at a few cars. So over here we got the famous local dude, Russell Mason. He's been around for years and years. He's built every single thing on his car himself. He's a bit of a pioneer in our sport, and yeah, it's really cool to have his car here. Now we've got all the Wildtech boys. They got their three of their cars on display. They're a local fab shop in town, and they're just really top-notch quality. Yeah, just have a look at this barra conversion in here, and like look at the turbo on that thing. Like the fab work he does is second to none. So if you're down here, make sure you check that out. Here's another one of his, LS Turbo, Jake Janelle's car. It's all done by Wildtech as well. This thing is incredibly tidy. It's probably one of my favourite GUs around, so yeah, definitely come down here and check that one out. Over here we got a couple of GU shorties. You probably know that they don't come into Australia factory, so they're pretty rare, and Jack Humphreys is here, and it's a very fine example of it, so that's one to check out as well. Got Tim Mills shorty. He's another fab shop in town, and it's really tidy work. LS Turbo. Come for a walk down here. There's a GU Patrol with a Mercedes OM606 engine. That's pretty rare. definitely check that one out. We got Connor Duffy's Colorado. This thing is pretty insane. Just come and check the suspension out. He's done it all himself, engineered it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So definitely one worth checking out. This is one of our old long-term friends, Dad's car. He's just finished this like last week. It's a full restoration. Every single bolt, nut is brand new on this car. So yeah, it's good to have one of the old girls in here. This is pretty rare also. This is a Y62 Patrol with a turbo kit on it. Yeah, like they're only a relatively new car, and I have the Johnny Tig turbo kit on it. That's definitely pretty cool to have in our display. So come and check this one out under the bonnet. We got Benji's Duramax GU. This is probably one of the tidiest Duramax conversions you'll ever see in Queensland anyway. Yeah, everything, all the work he's done himself. He owns a little company called Benji Build. He does all that sort of work on the side, but yeah, it's a beautiful conversion, so definitely recommend checking Benji's car out. We got Ross Horan's LSA GU. This is a local car. Absolute beautiful GU Patrol. He's done most of the work himself also, and yeah, like just look at the thing. It's a beautiful car. So check that one out. Right, I will come down and look at the other ones down this end. Yeah, we've got a fair few cars here, so we've got about 34 or 35 cars here this weekend. So, yeah, like it's really pretty impressive to get that many cars together. Oh yeah, we'll have a look at Carl's car. This is Carl's been a long-term winch challenger, and this is his pink truck. It's called Pink Truck Racing. Yeah, all LS. Nothing crazy, but he's probably one of the most successful winch challengers in our country at the moment. All the work he's done himself. He owns CSJ Fabrication, and yeah, it's a prime example of the winch challenge community. Over here we got Matt's. You've probably seen him on Instagram, Matt Flexi79, or Matt Chanoff, his name is. He's been head down, bum up, getting this barra in this engine bay. He didn't quite get it done, but I tell you what, I seen the car. It was a bare chassis last week, and yeah, he's done an incredible amount of work in 1 week. So glad he could still trailer it up and bring it here, and it's a beautiful car. So yeah, credit to Matt on that. Here's Alan Cornick, a good old friend of ours. He's also been incredibly busy the last week. He's fully built this motor, in and out, done it all himself, and a couple of days in between working out the mines. And yeah, it's pushing out a fair bit of power. As you can see, it's massive turbo on that on it, and yeah, definitely one of the better cars to look underneath the hood of. And yeah, we can't forget Swamp Donkeys. This is probably one of the longest serving winch trucks you'll ever see in Australia, probably. It's had many transformations, but yeah, it's just a really cool car to look at. He's even gone to the extent of chopping the roof off and lowering it. Yeah, like look inside here. Like this car was he bought it as a wagon, a factory TD42 wagon, and it's just evolved and you could write a story about this car like a novel, and it's the amount of transformations it's had, and it's so cool to have it here. So yeah, thanks Mark and Bianca and that for bringing it down. It's got a fully stroked built Duramax in it. I can't tell the exact specs of it because yeah, it's had that many changes now, I can't remember, but yeah, it's pushing out a lot of power, so definitely come down and have a look at that. And yeah, we'll go and have a look at Dane's FTE Stroker GU wagon. Have a look at the compound turbo setup in here. Holy bloody dooly. It's a bit going on in there. He's what sort of power were you aiming for again, mate?
Oh, about 700 HP and like 1800 newton meters.
Yeah, right. So, and you're going to daily drive it, aren't you?
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Work car, mate.
That's the go. Yeah, come and check that out. That's insane. All the pipe work and shit going on in there. But have a look out the back. Yeah, look. Have a look at that. Look at that. Daily driver. And we got a big set of triple bypass and coilovers in the back. You reckon the coppers will like that one or what? Yeah. Anyways, and yeah, obviously we got Sammy Isles here. You've probably seen him on Instagram and YouTube. He's just put a Duramax in his patrol. It's great to have him here alongside us with Bendix this weekend. Yeah, pretty cool car. Like he can basically live out of this thing. He does. He's staying at my house at the moment. He just pops his camper up and eats and lives out of it. So yeah, pretty prime example of a camping touring rig. And yeah, we're back at the start now. So if you're in the Rockynats precinct today, make sure you come down to our 4-wheel drive display and say hello. Cheers.
Unfortunately, stopped on the line there. Maybe just shut.
Righto, so we just came over from our CBD precinct. It's been a massive morning over there. It's so busy, it's probably double the crowd already from last year. We're just over here at the burnouts now, just getting set up. I'm going to do a couple of runs and then, yeah, hopefully blaze some tyres.
That's how we do it at Bendix.
Oh my God, here we go!
Little bit warm. We couldn't see the screen at all. How was that?
Yeah, it was good, mate.
Good attempt.
Got a bit hot.
Hopefully the motor's alright.
Yeah, I reckon it is.
Yeah, these LSs are pretty bulletproof.
It held it actually pretty good. I was pretty impressed.
Once you hit second gear, it lit up so good.
What happened, Dave? She overheated. She got pretty hot, nearly 140 degrees. So it went into limp mode and turned it off. It's drained all the coolant out of it, so we hope nothing's too bad in the motor, but it's fired back up again. But yeah, it was nearly popped them. If we just had like probably 30 more seconds, she would have popped, I reckon. But yeah, it's done what we needed it to do. 3 months to build this car, and it's just laid a skid and nearly popped the tyres, so we're pretty happy.
She was a bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck. Crash at my place, baby, you're a wreck. Needless to say, I'm keeping a check. She was a bad, nevertheless. Calling it quits now, baby, I'm a wreck.
Here he is, the man of the town, Johnny Corker. Good. This is the man of the town. If you want parts, this is the follow the sea, okay?
And you brought them all with you today.
Yeah.
unless I stuck by.
Fire pedal, straight bars.
Unless I stuck by you. You're the sunflower. Every time I'm leaving on you, you don't make it easy. Wish I could be there for you. Give me the reasons. Every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me to turn around. I'm fighting for my trust, so you won't back down. Even if we gotta risk it all right now.
Righto, it's getting towards the end of the day here on Sunday. A few of the cars are left, but we're just here with this beautiful Land Cruiser, Kraken, Rob Morris's. You're not going to find a tidier Land Cruiser than this one. It's attention to detail is second to none. So just have a look at it. Like, look at the engine bay. Like, it's just extremely tidy. So I highly recommend looking at this one. And yeah, like, it's just getting towards the end of the day. We got Dylan's pretty cool touring camping rig here. Matty Owen's tidy TD42 GU down the back. And people are still lining up to go across to the burnouts now. It's sort of the only thing left to do in Rockynats. And yeah, it's been an incredible event. People have just been pouring in all weekend. And I really can't wait to see what Rockynats 03 has in store for us. So I'll see you all next year.